Hello everyone, it's Wednesday on Your View. Welcome to the show. I am Obiajilo Olabisi Ugbo, and with me are the amazing ladies. YK in the building.
All yellowed up.
YK all yellowed up. You're looking like sunshine.
Sunflower.
In the rainy weather, yeah.
How you doing today, ma'am?
I'm fine. I have to first thank OJ's Forum. They gave my partner and I awards, recognition awards for our contribution in the entertainment industry on Sunday.
Amazing.
So, thank you for clapping.
Yeah.
So I have to thank them for even seeing us,
Recognizing what you do.
and recognizing what we do, and it was nice. They had this do for us, so it was really nice.
Yeah. Are you going to post the awards?
I posted it this morning.
Okay.
We'll have a look at it. In fact, my Gen Z kids.
Oh, that's what two of you were doing.
I didn't post it. I didn't remember. Post it now.
He's on the game. Welcome. I missed you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I miss you so much.
Well, I miss Morayo.
Yes,
I missed you too.
Oh,
I missed you.
You missed somebody giving you trouble.
Did you give me trouble?
Sometimes. With my hairs.
I'm not quiet.
Yeah.
I guess you gave me trouble by saying I'm not quiet. Me quiet.
No, two
very
of us are not
person.
quiet. Two of us cannot be quiet.
Is that something we don't know? Quiet versus quiet.
I don't even understand.
Quiet versus quiet is equal to noise.
Robert, how you doing?
Hey, I'm fine. My mama, my devoted. My mama, my desire. Today is my mom's birthday.
Oh.
Happy birthday, Hajia Aisha to Bashir Shehu, a wonderful and a special mom. She's my best friend. In fact, everything in one. I can't even imagine life without her. So here is Alebaki Chike Kenra the Lapia, and may Allah continue to bless you with long life and good health. This is from me to you. I love you so much.
Happy birthday,
Happy birthday,
mommy. She's a wonderful girl. You raised a wonderful girl.
Yes.
All of us are girls for life.
Baby girls for
We're
life.
not aging anymore.
Yes, so
Chief baby girl.
Yes, so chief baby girl, grandma. Damila Labanire. How you doing today?
I'm fine. I'm doing very well.
Well endowed.
It's just that I think yesterday, the week started very well, but yesterday we didn't end yesterday with a very good news, especially in the entertainment industry. I just want to say my heart is reaching out to our legendary actor, Mantipeju Ogumola, who sadly lost her only son yesterday at the age of 22.
What happened?
The news is a bit sketchy, but I have goosebumps all over me because, no mother should go through the passing of a child. And one of our very popular TikToker too, Zanku, he also died in a ghastly car accident at the age of 28. That was over speeding, but it just shows us that the way we plan sometimes is not the way God wants it for us. But my heart goes out to both families and other families who have lost dear ones. It's really a hard blow. It's really a sad one for Nollywood because I have a part in Nollywood as well. So my heart reached out to her. And Peju, may God comfort you and grant the family the fortitude to bear the unimaginable loss. That's it for me.
This is overspeeding that you're talking about. You know, there's one, they've started doing this advert on TV. I'm not sure which TV station about overspeeding, and I think
that should be from the National Orientation Agency.
They need to continue.
Then the people they are talking to, they should hear. The car is there, the road is there. It's you, the driver, that's connecting the road and the car. So just please have sense.
Take it easy.
Because not only do you risk your own life, you risk the life of other people.
Even if you don't like yourself, try and like other people.
Exactly, and then maybe they may be under the influence as well.
Yeah. Today is my third day of my water fast. I haven't eaten since Sunday night. Yes, I have not been able to sleep. Like Monday night, I struggled to sleep. I woke up 1 a.m. and my body did not go back to sleep. So I'm sure my cells will be asking, this woman has started again. What's happening? I'm sure my cells will be gossiping me at this stage because I'll just wake up with something. Yeah, so I like to do this from time to time to detox. So I had a lot of junk this holiday period. So I want to detox and ease back into my routine, my diet and all of that. And I did this with my children. So my son did 37 hours and he was tired, so he broke. My daughter is breaking. My daughter broke yesterday. She completed 48 hours. I'm stretching to 72 hours. That's this evening. or if I am led.
Body permit.
This water fast.
I'm just drinking water
throughout the whole day.
Yeah, I do once in a week.
You won't eat food.
No food.
You know God made you to eat food.
No. Sometimes our
Your body
needs
requires
to
you to
heal.
slow down.
So because our body is constantly digesting food, it takes off energy from the healing aspect. I'm into regenerative, you know how we
medical health,
wellness, beauty, and all that.
So
I know what I'm doing. But I slept well last night. Yes, my body is resetting. I slept well last night. So I'm hungry.
She's hungry.
She's hungry, but
it's discipline to just continue. Thank you.
Discipline.
We'll take a short break now. Okay.
Yeah, I do it once in a while. Do fruit
and
fast,
guess
water
what,
fast.
My face came down. When I came back,
the puff
I was like puff. But now, I look better.
Okay.
When we return, we look into the top stories of today. Stay with us. The confidence.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
YK wants to beat me up because I say I'm fasting. She's calling me a fanatic now. People help me. Let's take our stories for today. We'll be starting with The Nation. Major headline: Tinubu, we have met 2025 revenue target, gain stability. Shetima to president, I won't take our bond for granted. Lagos to host electric power boat championship. Adjacent varsity lecturers withdraw services over unpaid salaries. Nigeria braces for cyber digital diplomacy, says Tuga. Wike camp gives conditions for PDP convention to hold. Ex-IG Arase served with honor, dignity, says Jonathan Ehindero. What stories do we have in The Nation?
I took the one for Lagos State to host electric power boat championship. It's a good one for Lagos. Tourism is thriving now, and this is saying that the organizers of the E1 series and the Lagos State government have expressed their readiness to hold the world-class E1 electric power boat championship. The event will bring over 250 sports personalities together next month in the nation's economic capital, Lagos. They said the landmark event would be taking off in Africa for the first time between October 3rd and 5th in Victoria Island, symbolizing the Lagos commitment to clean energy and climate action, promotion of innovation, tourism, cultural exchange, commerce, sustainability, water transportation, and sports potential. The event is a major milestone for the sports for the Lagos State. The event is a major milestone for the sports and for the Lagos role in global sustainability at conversations. At the news conference on Monday, the Chief Executive Officer CEO of E1 Series, Mr. Rodi Basso, also hinted that 9 teams, including Didier Drogba's and Will Smith, will be in Lagos for the electric boat racing Basso. Wow. Basso also said that the technology-driven sports will be sustained in partnership with the Lagos State government. This is a very huge one.
It's a huge one. Congratulations to Lagos State.
I hope they put all the tenants in place so that I pray that there will be no casualties.
This will bring more opportunities for investors to come in the
that space.
Go.
I'm so excited. I'm going to be there.
Yeah, so I have a short story here. They said the 60-year-old woman delivered of babies at Abuad Hospital. They said, because they are considering a high-risk kind of pregnancy. So they are saying that a 60-year-old woman has given birth to babies at Afe Babalola University after many years of waiting. They said the Director Corporate Affairs Tunde said the feat was achieved at the hospital's fertility center through advanced reproductive technology and comprehensive antenatal care. They said the chief medical director, that is Dr. Akinola, praised the teamwork that made the delivery possible, noting that the collaboration between Olive Hospital and the multi-system hospital was critical to the medical feat. He also said that highlighted how modern fertility treatment and quality obstetric services could deliver positive outcomes even in high-risk pregnancies. He now said that the hospital, Akimade said the fertility center, which was well equipped with modern infrastructure and dedicated specialists, enabled the hospital to safely manage complex maternal cases that might otherwise require treatment abroad. So they are saying, you know, all these things, most people travel abroad to go and do it, but see them, they've done it here on a 60-year-old woman. Yeah, wow. I'm just, this is wonderful.
Aren't you looking to give us one more? Aren't you?
I'm just looking at her. No, I saw the story, but I didn't read it. I was like,
60 years old.
But think about it.
But she's not had a child since.
Okay, maybe she hasn't had a child.
Waiting because it's written here that she's been waiting.
There's an excuse. It's telling
you have had a child.
Every time you have a child, your body
drops. Yes.
Do you have a story, or should I move on? So I took the major headline here. The economy, according to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu yesterday, it says the economy has stabilized and the revenue target set for this year has been met since last month. With the revenue situation, government has enough resources to carry out programs without borrowing. So he spoke when he received the members of the Buhari organization, that's the TBO, leaders of the defunct Congress Progressive Change, CPC, the political party which was also formed by late former president, which went into merger. So he received them and he was saying, I stand here before you to brag that Nigeria is not borrowing. He says that let me get that. It says that they had met our revenue target for the year and we met it in August. That's last month. It said the economy has stabilized. Nobody is trading a piece of paper for an exchange rate anymore. He says when I took over, it was 1,900 to a dollar. Now it's 1,450 naira to a dollar. Rates are stabilizing now. You don't have to know a CBN governor. All you need to do is export, import, and create jobs for the people. He also went ahead to say that they have, remained. It's remained their priority to keep fixing the economy, and everything is going gradually. Very soon, the people will begin to see more results, and we're looking to do that. Let me see if we have time. Okay, let's move on now to the Punch. Major headline: Wike scam demands ignites fresh PDP feud. Again, Southwest tops as voter pre-registration hits 2.5 million. Tariff war. Respect state electricity regulators. Federal government warns discos. CNG price hits 450 naira as federal government withdraws subsidies. Customs intercept firearms. 4,841 ammunition in Southwest. National Assembly cautions WAEC on planned CBT rollout. 3 Lagos laborers found dead in makeshift apartments. Atiku slams federal government as bandits sack Kwara village. We'll take a story and do a short break. Who's ready to go?
Okay, so I have the story about the PPP. That she's saying that we should prioritize PPP, not borrowing. The DMO DG Onihatel states. They said the Director General of the Debt Management Office, Ms. Patience Oniha, has challenged that state governments in the country to explore PPP options for infrastructure financing and avoid borrowing as a major funding force. She said this on a one-day workshop on borrowing guidelines for top policy under the state's action on business enabling reforms program. She said in her words, borrowing should not be the major way to source funds. You must up your revenue through increasing your tax revenues. She said, of course, the PPP, meaning public-private partnership, can help Nigeria economy by attracting private sector investments and expertise to develop infrastructure and deliver public services. She said this will reduce the financial burden on government, accelerate project delivery, and often result in higher quality outcomes. So we should really consider the PPPs, and it can also create jobs, stimulate local businesses, and foster innovation. So I hope the government, the state governments will adopt this. With all the amount of money that they have been given, they are still borrowing money to make sure to carry out one or two things. Well, when they do a audit, we'll see what they have been doing with all that money.
Yeah, at the end of the day. All right, to do a breather here. When we come back, the newspaper reviews continue. Stay with us.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
Confidence is important in life's little moments. Strong teeth can help, even if they get
Imagine a country with over 300 plenty languages. Why you go the only focus on Yoruba, Hausa, and Igbo? Where we get a common language, where they unite everybody from Oga to even Madam self, and every person where they for street. That's now why we dey introduce you 89.9 Yanga FM, the #1 urban pidgin radio station where they unite us all. From the award-winning breakfast show, Waiting Day, with your brother, your friend, Wale Po.
Everywhere.
So, Bobo.
It a job for this
This is not Cruise Express.
And this go be the best 4 hours of our life. Country people, make una join us.
Oh.
Now we be What's Up Naija crew. Now we they give you wetin dey sup for inside we country.
Yes, so
keep it loud.
If God be your papa, why you not gonna make Yanga?
Compound to a holla.
now here we dey settle all the matter.
Bro, you're right here.
Nobody better than we, right?
I can always best be that. Make I just be the last sensible voice where you go hear.
Now we be 89.9 Yanga FM.
Good morning, Marina Station and all the passengers. Efficient, it's comfortable.
This development will go a long way in reducing congestion and emission.
The trains are a long-term solution to Lagos traffic challenges.
This is where we take the final, decisions on policies, programs of government. I will have to ensure that, the narration of Lagos as a PLC is taken very, very seriously.
This is a major pedestrian bridge linking Oyingo here to Apapa Road over there.
With this overpass, we are providing what we call permanent solutions.
This place is one of the most dangerous areas at the biosecurity environment.
This can go into the news and every crimes of your neighborhood.
Our goal is to remain as Africa's model megacity, to move our GDP from the 5-6 position to the 3rd position, and we believe is achievable with all the commitments we have.
Explore the city of Lagos, where dreams are made and possibilities are endless. I'm Adedoja Salamadini. I live in Lagos, inside Lagos.
I'm Nifemi Oguntoye, news anchor with TVC News.
My day is usually busy and it's difficult keeping up with breaking news stories, trending stories, business news, stock exchange and what have you. But with TVC News on WhatsApp, I'm able to catch up with all the breaking news, real-time updates and trending stories on the go, right on my phone, no matter where I am. It's quick, easy and always on. And here you can join us by scanning the QR code or using the link on our X and Instagram. Why wait? Come to the side of news that keeps you ahead. TVC News, first with breaking news.
I'm Miriam Lunge. I'm a passionate environment advocate and a published author.
I am the founder of Celebration.
Welcome back. We're still reviewing the Punch. White is ready.
Yeah, I have the story of the 3 Lagos laborers that were found dead. They haven't identified them, but they were male adults. They were found dead in their apartment on Olateju Street in the Lekki phase 1 area. It happened on Sunday, the early hours of Sunday. They were staying together in a makeshift room. They were casual workers in the area, the laborers, and what happened? They had gone to sleep, and when the attackers attacked their room, and the person who I talked about, he says it's Alfred, but he didn't want to be identified. He said they came in, they brought them out, and then they proceeded to machete them.
Oh God!
Until they died. And he said, what did you say?
I said they are laborers.
Laborers, and I can't even understand. If you are going to machete 3 people, there must be noise. You mean nobody in the area heard? Nobody in the area heard. Say by the time they rushed out to meet them, they were lying in their pool of blood.
Oh God.
They had dragged them out of the room. So you don't do that without a lot of noise. So I'm wondering how they did this without being stopped. In Nigeria, everybody answers his father's name.
People mind their business. Missing because some of these things are under organ harvesting. You never know.
But it's just sad.
But if they're going to, they won't do it so openly, and they brought them out of their rooms. They killed them.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Okay, this one says NCAA seeks EFCC's action against aviation sector fraud. And the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority has called on the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission to intensify efforts against fraud and economic crimes within the aviation industry. The appeal was made on Tuesday when the NCAA Director General, Captain Chris Najomo, led his management team on a courtesy visit to the EFCC chairman, Mr. Olukayode, at the Commission's headquarters in Abuja. Details of the meeting were contained in a statement posted on the EFCC's official X handle. Najomo raised concerns about fraudulent practices undermining safety oversight and operational transparency in the sector. It's good that it's for us by us. They are the ones calling each other out now to say EFCC needs to look in, and I trust the EFCC to do a good job. We hope that we'll hear the news afterwards.
Okay, so I have the Nigerian Customs. The Nigerian Customs Service Federal Operations Unit, Zone A, Ikeja, has announced that it intercepted a total of 15 assorted rifles, 4,841 rounds of ammunition, and other contraband within the southwestern region of the country. That was last month. They said the units, said this was a move of an ongoing offensive exercise to dismantle smuggling networks within the region. The customs area controller in charge of the unit, that's Mohammed Shuaibu, stated this while he was addressing journalists yesterday. And he explained that the unit acted on credible intelligence and intercepted a Nissan Almera vehicle suspected of carrying prohibited items through the Ilara bush paths near the border in Ogun State. He also said that when they sighted the officers of the command, the driver and one of the passengers abandoned the vehicle and fled into the bush to, evade arrest. And according to him, he said a thorough search of the intercepted vehicle revealed that the contrabands were carefully concealed within second-hand clothing and cartons of spaghetti.
Wow.
They find different ways. Let's move on now to the Daily Sun. Major headline: federal government moves sales of airports, refineries, Ajaokuta Steel, 89 other enterprises too. ADC accuses president of running government like exclusive club. US explains visa cancellation for Nigerians and others. Fuel marketers jostle for dominance as 9 depot drops price to 821 later. Nobody can stop PDP convention. This is governors talking. I won't put friendship above party interest, Fintiri. Insecurity is APC's strategy to remain in power, says Baba Ahmed. I've met my revenue target for 2025. This is the president. What do we have in the Sun?
I have NIS to establish the first secondary school in Zamfara. And this is saying that in a groundbreaking move to strengthen education and youth development, the Nigerian Immigration Service, NIS, has announced plans to establish the country's first immigration basic and secondary school in Zamfara State, in collaboration with the state's Universal Basic Education Board, SUBEB. This was contained in a statement by Ibrahim Musa Maizera, Maizari, the public relations officer for Zamfara State Universal Basic Education, the controller of the Immigration Zamfara State Command, Ms. Aliyu, disclosed that when she led the management team on the courtesy visit to the executive chairman of the Zuzubeb, Professor Nasir Gaba Anka Maman, Sokoto South, Ms. Aliyu explained the immigration service extend beyond passport issuance, stressing the service vision to contribute to the educational advancement of Nigerian children. He also revealed that academic activities are expected to commence in 2025 on a temporary site with plans to introduce training and co-curricular activities aimed at nurturing discipline, patriotism, and leadership amongst young people. The meeting was attended by management staff of both institutions, explored frameworks for collaboration and mutual support to ensure a successful takeoff of the school and to strengthen the future of education in Zamfara State and beyond. This is good. We hope that the Nigerian customs too, they'll follow suit. The Nigerian police, I think they have schools already, and the military, so it's a laudable one.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
So
the People's Democratic Party have said they will not allow anyone to take them to the slaughter slab. The chairman of the forum, the Bauchi State Governor Bala Mohammed, had stated this at the inauguration of the PDP National Convention yesterday, and that they were not afraid to take anyone in their bid to move the party forward. This is as the PDP National Chairman have said that they're going to hold the convention in Oyo State in Ibadan. Tension has been rising from the opposition in the party. You know, there is the Wike faction, there is the other faction. So I don't know why they are blowing hot and cold. If you want to sack Wike, sack him. If you can't sack him, just say sorry.
They should go with their full chest.
Just go. Stop using us.
He's a thorn in their flesh. He is a thorn in their flesh.
Just playing.
So I have a story here. The United States government has given reasons for cancelling visas issued to Nigerians and nationals of other countries. The embassy of the U.S. told Daily Sun that a recent report on the issue was in the interest of national security. The report titled "A Quiet Revocation: Why is the U.S. silently cancelling Nigerians' visas?" They said in recent weeks, an unsettling trend has quietly unfolded. The U.S. Embassy in Nigeria has begun revoking valid visas previously issued to Nigerian citizens. This is not that you are coming to apply and you don't even have a date, because some people don't have a date till like 2027 or 2028. Now you already have visa. They'll just send you an email to come submit your passport for checks, and then they revoke the visa. That's what has been happening. They said this is not a rumor or speculation. Dozens of affected Nigerians, professionals, entrepreneurs, frequent travelers have received formal letters instructing them to submit their passport at the consulate, and this then happens. So it says what makes this development even more alarming is the veil of silence. They did not say anything about it, you know, and the person who was making the report said he has reviewed about 8 of these cancellations. There's no reason behind the cancellation. But then I think the US responded and said they are doing whatever it takes to protect their own people, that they have brought in a lot of people who come into the US and refuse to go. Many of them come and start committing fraud, you know, criminal activities and all of that. So they are doing whatever it takes according to their constitution to make sure that they protect their own people first before others. So if they suspect anything around maybe your name, who you are, really, they can revoke. They have a right to revoke that visa.
I don't blame them.
I don't tire.
I don't.
When you see, we don't carry ourselves. Why would you go for a visa, collect a visa for 3 months, and then go there and
for 7 years?
And then you will not expect them. So maybe they have intelligence report that the ones that they're cancelling are going to jackpot.
Yeah.
But most times they don't have full information, because you've already given the visa. Let the person go there and jack by a hand. But you don't even know the intention. You are revoking.
Them to want to even bring you back.
Understand? You don't even know the intention.
Let me tell you a personal experience. My brother just got visa for his band to go to America. 3 of them are absconded during the tour.
Wow.
They did not complete the tour.
They didn't even finish the tour.
They did not even finish. One, just before they were going to go on stage, he said he wants to go and get something. He absconded. Now, you are not only have you put my brother in
that situation.
You have made him seem, because before he got their visas, he was He had to do a lot of wahala.
Yeah. Why can't
and
we
the three
really
people,
have to go?
the American embassy had rejected them.
Oh no!
So they must have had integrity.
But you can't just.
But we have to do
speculation.
So you say I don't. Let's even behave with integrity. I beg.
Yeah, we have to. We have to. So I want to read out. There's a picture story in Tribune. We are going now. We don't have time. Lagos to host electric power boats championship. You had taken the story, but I want to read out the people here in the picture story. From the left, we have Lagos State Commissioner for Transportation, Mr. Oluwaseun Osiemi. His counterpart for Tourism, Arts and Culture, Mrs. Toke Benson Awoyika. The co-founder, CEO, E1 Power Boats Racing, Rodi Basso, a Deputy Chief of Staff to the Governor of Lagos State, Mr. Sam Ebube, and Chairman, E1 Lagos GP Sponsorship and Fundraising Committee, Mr. Chris Oshafi, during the media parley on E1 Lagos GP Racing held at the Black Diamond Hotel, Victoria Island, Lagos on Tuesday. So congratulations once again to Lagos State. This is a major feat. That's all we can take on the newspaper reviews. Thank you, ladies, for your contribution. Next, we move on to the topics for today. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Imagine a country with over 320 plenty languages. Why you go the only focus on Yoruba, Hausa and Igbo? Where we get a common language where they unite everybody from Oga to even Madam self and every person wey dey for street. That's now why we dey introduce you 89.9 Yanga FM, the #1 urban pidgin radio station where they unite us all. From the award-winning breakfast show Waiting Day with your brother, your friend Wale Po.
Everywhere. So Boko.
You dey chop for this
This na Cruise Express.
And this go be the best 4 hours of our life. Country people, make una join us.
Now we be What's Up Naija crew. Now we they give you wetin dey sup for inside we country.
Yes, so
keep it locked.
If God be your papa, why you not gonna make Yanga?
Come to a holla.
now here we dey settle all the matter.
Bro, we right here. Nobody better than we, right?
I can always whispers be that. Make I just be the last sensible voice where you go hear.
Now we be 89.9 Yanga FM.
Good morning, Marina Station and all the passengers. Efficient, it's comfortable.
This development will go a long way in reducing congestion and emission.
The trains are long-term solution to Lagos traffic challenges.
This is where we take the final, decisions on policies, programs of government. I will have to ensure that, the narration of Lagos as a PLC is taken very, very seriously.
This is a major pedestrian bridge linking Oyingo here to Apapa Road over there.
With this overpass, we are providing what we call permanent solutions.
This place is one of the most dangerous areas at the biosecurity environment.
This can go into the news and every crimes of your neighborhood.
Our goal is to remain as Africa's model megacity, to move our GDP from the 5-6 position to the 3rd position, and we believe is achievable with all the commitments we have.
Explore the city of Lagos, where dreams are made and possibilities are endless. I'm Adedoja Salamadini. I live in Lagos, inside Lagos.
I'm Nifemi Oguntoye, news anchor with TVC News.
My day is usually busy and it's difficult keeping up with breaking news stories, trending stories, business news, stock exchange and what have you. But with TVC News on WhatsApp, I'm able to catch up with all the breaking
Thanks for staying with us. So Africa's richest man, Aliko Dangote, has stirred fresh conversations after revealing that he did not inherit any money from his father. In a recent interview, Dangote explained that although he came from a wealthy family, he built his fortune through grit, vision and hard work, even donating any family assets he did receive to charity. This revelation has set tongues wagging across Nigeria. People are saying if Dangote could rise to the top without inheritance, maybe what children need most are values, education, and opportunities, not money. Others insist that every parent has a duty to pass down wealth, arguing that inheritance provides a solid foundation for children to grow the family legacy and avoid unnecessary struggles. So we ask today, should parents leave inheritance for their children, or is it better to let them build their own path from scratch? What are your thoughts on this? You can join the conversation and call us on 02016352013 or 09024163440, or you can tweet us at TVC Connect using the hashtag YourViewTVC. The food has been cooked. It is time to serve. So I know from time to time we touch on some of these topics. Inheritance. Is it good to leave inheritance for your children? Would it make them lazy? Would they want to aspire when they already know that they can just reach into this account or reach into that account and have everything that they want? And, you know, hearing somebody who is one of the richest people in Africa and in the world come out to say that they did not live in, not that they did not leave inheritance for me. I refused to partake of the inheritance because I wanted to build from scratch. What did that do to you when you heard something like this coming from Dangote himself?
Yeah, so okay, so for Dangote, yes, I can imagine why he would say that, because of course we all know how much he worked hard for his business and everything. And I noticed that his children, he has left an inheritance. That company, the company he has right now is like an inheritance for the kids. But the way he has done it is not like, okay, they are all sitting down just waiting for him to just grow the company and then later they will come and take over. What he has done was that you have to earn it to be part of the business. Okay. So what he did was that he made sure they went to school very hard, and then they are back now, and he has given them strategic positions in the company. If you notice, most of his kids are not heading the main business. They are at their own expertise, what they have read. He has put them in the right position in his company, which is a very good thing. So they themselves, they are there as employees. They can be sacked. Doesn't mean that because it's their father's company, they can just go there and do whatever they like. So they have to follow the rules and regulations that business is going to get. So, and I think, yes, we should give them values. We should give our children values. We shouldn't wait for them to say, okay, you have your own money, and then they will be waiting. They won't work hard and make sure that they make their own money so that they can go on in life. I know of, like in the North, some people, you know, they give birth to so many children. They give birth to so many children with the hope that at the end of the day, the children will inherit their father's wealth. So you find out that a man will marry, the first wife will have about 12 kids. The second one will come. So it's now competition for the wives. Everybody will come. They'll be dropping, they'll drop children. So that because at the end of the day, you know, they are going to, yes, they are going to share the inheritance and everything. So at the end of the day, you now have a lot of them. They don't have values. They are just waiting for that money to come. And meanwhile, because you have a lot of children, you have family and everything, the money is so small. Because as you grow older, the guy, and the funny thing is that sometimes the fathers, they really stay very old before they even die. So at the end of the day, you now find out that he has transitioned from a rich person to, you know, average, and then
decline.
He will now decline. Meanwhile, children have not gone to school. You have not put any value in them. They are busy. They are waiting to inherit your property. And at the end of the day, they now become government property. They are the ones that will be complaining. Government has not done anything for us. That is just it. So it's just good for us to make sure that we instill those values in our kids, because you can't even tell. Me, now that I have money, I can grow and say and decide that I'm not going to let my children have my money. I can decide and say I want to win it too.
Do you want to decide
my small money?
The question, Yaramatu, is do you want to decide that?
I can decide to will my child to a cat.
Yaramatu, you haven't answered the question. you have to tell us, what do you think about this? Do you agree with him or you don't?
I totally agree with him.
So you can decide not to leave inheritance for your children. Let them walk by themselves.
Let them walk.
Then you give your own to charity.
I'll give them good values. They will go to the best schools. Make sure that you know I give them all the best that they want. Whatever field they want to excel in, I'm going to support them 100% so that they can stand on their own.
Amazing. Damilola.
It's okay.
Cat or no cat?
No cat, no dog, no nothing. You know, this very recently, I think on X, we started this Nepo baby and Lapo baby.
Yeah,
and what caused it? Okay, did you follow that trend? Let me explain to you. And what caused it? It was when Otedola wrote his book, How He Became a Millionaire. And there was an argument from a quarter, from a part that said, you cannot take advice from Otedola. We knew his background, we knew his antecedents, we knew the family he came out from. So it was quite a debate for weeks. And in fact, I saw Rita Dominic really asking, who is a Nepo baby? So they asked me to tell you people that a Nepo baby is somebody that has never experienced poverty. You understand? Once. Or you can say numerous endless privileges and opportunities. Nepo is the opposite of Lapo. Some people, they use Lapo to train us. They have to go and borrow money, you know, but now, what I'm trying to bring out here is that Nepo and Lapo baby. Let's look at it. Family integrity, family name. Some people do not have the direct inheritance, but they have a name, which is already a solid foundation for them. There are names that in this country, somebody on this table is benefiting from that name. That we know. In fact, some of us are just like, let me just rub body. Don't you know I know YK? Those names open doors. We have seen it. But if you do not have, you might not have riches. That riches, but you have the name. Now, the name can also stand in gap for riches. So we understand this. I know, of course, by the biblical part of inheritance too. But sometimes when parents also see that, what we really need to put in place for our children is the structure of morals and values. They carry the brilliancy. They've come with the intelligence. You have aided them. Me, I always say that, you know, this Yoruba adage that says what a child will eat. The way they say it in Kotomoma, it's not what a child will eat, it's what a child will become. It's actually fueled by the parents. If you do not take your child to basketball training, how would he be a guru in playing basketball? I saw a child who started to play piano at age 4. And at age 7, he had started doing international concerts. So the parents actually fueled it. They might not have that money, but guess what? They're giving him a legacy already while they are alive. So we always misplace this thing of finance, like raw cash or available cash, to the place of having values, morals, etiquette. You will see some children, you already know that they did not train them, they just have money, badly behaved, and they feel that, oh, money centers around everything. So I believe that inheritance shouldn't only be money. You also see some children that they say, she looks so much like her father, she behaves so much like her mother, oh, she has her mother's genes and her mother's attitude and attributes. These things transfer down. So we shouldn't just look at because it's monetary aspect. Yes, names open door, my brother. Even me, I'm working to be a Nepo baby for my children. You understand? So that at least when they take that name, oh, my mom is Damilola Banyo, they can say I contributed. I know that. That's it. So sometimes it might not be the money in terms of cash, but it might be values. It's also a form of inheritance.
Yes.
That's my take.
YK, what are your thoughts?
Well, first, I think it's important to make sure your kids are independent. If you give them, if you leave inheritance for them, it's a plus. But if they have that independence and they know, because I find with a lot of rich people's kids, in fact, not even rich people anymore, it's
almost everybody now.
You know, most children, when you see them, they begin, all their mouth is like this.
Why?
Because they're so spoiled. So they have this entitlement mentality. Because my father, I was at one of these where they sell ice cream one day. When this child came in, they had found the child's wallet or so. I can't remember what it was. They found of the child. And the child came in and collected the thing. And she didn't say thank you.
No, thank you.
They stopped her. Wow. You would not say thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow.
So when she left, they said that's how she behaves. She's a very rude child. They know her. Because the parents give her everything, she will come, eat 40-something thousand. These people that you are eating for, so when you are eating 40-something thousand, the people that are serving you are not getting 40-something thousand. So your child is not getting values. They are just because they have it. So all of us have to talk to ourselves, talk to our brains. when we are bringing up our kids, whatever you, let me tell you, my father, nothing.
He left a name.
That's
a legacy. Yeah, that's inheritance right here.
We were working, all of us, find your way. One day, my father wanted to buy TV for us. I was about 30 something when he goes, when he bought TV for myself and my sister to share. He was very proud. Yes, steak. Which were looking at him, we'll get one each. One each. You have 4 eyes, watch it.
Exactly.
And he was very proud of himself. He will not give you kobo. My father would not give you 1 penny.
Wow. But why K?
When I wanted to,
I want to ask
you that you be carrying your children all over the world, London today, America tomorrow,
around the world.
I remember when I went to go and meet my father, I said, fella, Dotun is going to London. Can you come with me? I want to go to London. Fella, I said, London. He will belittle it. What do you want to go and do in London? I never brought it up to him again.
Wow.
I was about 17 or something, or 16.
Wow.
When they bought his house and he didn't have money to take us to London, send us to London, he said, I want to send my children to London. I was just looking at him.
But why K? The scripture says, a wise man leaveth riches for his children. And I like how Dami has entered the conversation saying that riches doesn't necessarily have to be money, right? It could be legacy. It could be values that you have left for your children. Your father did not leave money for you, but he left, you saw his discipline. Work. You saw his discipline. You saw his craft. You saw how he honed his craft to international level with everything that was fighting against him. And you took that legacy and you decided to walk that legacy. So, you know, this Dangote saying this actually came from a wealthy family. Yeah. So there are two different things. Yeah. He came from a wealthy family and he chose to work himself, right? Working with his uncle in the company, starting from ground up, like you explained how he's doing to his own kids today. Some people don't even have an opportunity to come, you know, from such a wealthy family in the first place. And we're asking, is this right for a parent to just leave? If you can, leave something, decide not to leave anything, to just give the children such a footing to stand on. But I'll take your answers when we come back after the break. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view.
Imagine a country with over 320 plenty languages. Why you go the only focus on Yoruba, Hausa, and Igbo? Where we get a common language, where they unite everybody from Oga to even Madam self, and every person where they for street. That's now why we they introduce you 89.9 Yanga FM, the #1 urban pidgin radio station where they unite us all. From the award-winning breakfast show, Waiting Day, with your brother, your friend, Wale Po.
Everywhere.
So, Bobo.
It a joke for this time.
This is not Cruise Express.
And this go be the best 4 hours of our life. Country people, make una join us.
Oh.
Now we be What's Up Naija crew. Now we they give you what they sup for inside we country.
Yes, so
keep it loud.
If God be your papa, why you not gonna make younger?
Bound to a holla.
now here we dey settle all the matter.
Bro, you're right here. Nobody better than we, right?
I can always best be that. Make I just be the last sensible voice where you go hear.
Now we be 89.9 Yanga FM.
Good morning, Marina Station and all the passengers.
Efficient, it's comfortable.
This development will go a long way in reducing congestion and emission.
The trains are a long-term solution to Lagos traffic challenges.
This is where we take the final, decisions on policies, programs of government. I will have to ensure that, the narration of Lagos as a PLC is taken very, very seriously.
This is a major pedestrian bridge linking Oyingo here to Apapa Road over there.
With this overpass, we are providing what we call a permanent solution.
This place is one of the most dangerous areas at the biosecurity environment.
This can go into the news and every crumbs of your neighborhood.
Our goal is to remain as Africa's model megacity, to move our GDP from the 5-6 position to the 3rd position, and we believe is achievable with all the commitments we have.
Explore the city of Lagos, where dreams are made and possibilities are endless. Amadedoja Salamadini. I live in Lagos, inside Lagos.
I'm Nifemi Oguntoye, news anchor with TVC News. My day is usually busy and it's difficult keeping up with breaking news stories, trending stories, business news, stock exchange and what have you. But with TVC News on WhatsApp, I'm able to catch up with all the breaking news, real-time updates and trending stories on the go, right on my phone, no matter where I am. It's quick, easy and always on. And here you can join us by scanning the QR code or using the link on our X and Instagram. Why wait? Come to the side of news that keeps you ahead. TVC News, first with breaking news.
This is not just a round table. This is the Black Table.
This is the Black Table, where real men speak the truth about the world we live in, the games we play, the power we chase, and the women who shake it off. Unfiltered.
There's this entitlement to choice.
Unapologetic.
There's something in sociology that said even crime has an advantage in the society.
Unafraid.
In my practice, I found that sometimes the woman is saying honey, but you are hearing monkey.
Sports, politics, culture, women, and what.
Welcome back. We're still having this conversation about Dangote leaving inheritance or not. And YK was about to share her thoughts.
Yeah, I was just going to say I think the most important thing you leave for your children is education. Give them the tools to be able to make their own legacy, to be able to make their own money. It's, if you leave money for them, it's a good thing, because a lot of the Nepo you call them, they squander the wealth of their parents because they were not made to be independent. They just got the money. Then, I mean, when I was growing up, there are names of rich families. You don't hear their names today anymore because the children squandered the money.
They did not have the discipline to grow the money.
You know, so you know there's this thing they say: the first generation makes the money, second generation maintains it, and the third generation
chops it,
squanders it.
Third generation, let's take this call. We have a caller on the line.
We have a caller.
Yes,
I'll finish it
Ekene
after.
from Abuja. Good morning, Ekene. Ekene, are you there? He's gone, yes. So continue.
So, you know their names in American families, like these big names that the ones that own banks and things.
At the time,
they're that money. They call them old money. That money, you know they finish. You know they finish. They have set the families up for life. That's what we want. So, I think. If you can leave money for your children, but the most important, values and morals. I think my own parents left us with morals and values. They made us know that there is no free meal. There is no free meal. Work for it.
Amazing. That sums it up. Let's come to
I totally agree with you, but at the same time, in your kids to be able to sustain it. In the sense that I have seen parents who have left inheritance and it has caused division between siblings. I know of one that they can't even see eye to eye. These were siblings that grew up, you know, very close. They were even as close as
and they will say
so close. They were, they grew up. They were doing businesses together, everything. But when it came to their dad's inheritance, they are now at loggerheads. So if you must leave inheritance for your kids, number one, make sure that you enjoy your money very well on yourself or whatever it is. Enjoy it well. Then the one that you are going to leave, make sure that you teach your children, you know, teach them very well that, look, oh, this is inheritance. You people, it's not supposed to divide you people. It's still supposed to bring you people together. So make sure that you are working on uniting your kids such that when you leave, inheritance will not be a problem.
My daughter even knows that there is nothing for her when I do.
You're chopping it now.
Enjoy it. Spend it.
We have a caller on the line, Azad from Jos. Good morning, Azad.
Good morning, Obiajelu.
Good morning. Good morning, sir.
Regarding the topic, your today's topic of discussion, let me come from this angle. As a Muslim, the issue of inheritance is a concluded issue. There is a standing order Islamically. No matter how wretched somebody is, even let me give you an example, even if somebody has 2 or 3 shirts, there is a formula which Islam has already instituted in place to share his inheritance. But as Muslims, we are advised or admonished to train our children by giving them the best of education if we can afford to whatever level. So, and even this aspect of making a will, Islamically, Islam has a certain clause as it relates to making a will. It has to be a certain percentage. I cannot just because I hate a child say I'm wishing that the whole money should go to somebody else. No, there's a standing order to it. So, but this aspect of educating a child, when you educate a child, you give your children the best of education. In the best of you existing, whatever you left will be better managed by them. So that is the secret. But as a Muslim, we have a law governing it. Are you hearing me?
Yes, we can hear you. Thank you so much.
And then, please, before you cut me off. Last week I missed the... Hello?
We can hear you.
Last week, unfortunately, I missed the send up program you had for Madame Morayo. So from a very passionate viewer, I'm wishing her the very best.
Amen.
And I hope the presenters will make you sign an undertaking. We don't want any of you to go. None of you should go again. We are yet to overcome the exit of Morayo, so we don't want to hear any of you leaving again. For the next 10 years, wish you the very best.
Thank you. Damilola?
I think I would like to close my remarks with Gracie Naji on YouTube. She said, if you don't have any properties or money to leave for the children, leave them in God's hands. He says, lead them to Christ Jesus. They will grow in wisdom, knowledge, and wealth. I think that I would like to go back to the inception of why do people even have children. So I always say, some people are stuck with children they don't need. Children they don't even know the whereabouts or how come. So it will be difficult to even place yourself in a position of putting inheritance for your children. So please, I think that is very important. Morals, values, we see them, they mix up with us, and we know that no, there's a decadence from the home. Charity begins at home, it's not from the bus stop. So please let us train our children. Education is very important. Any other thing, I'm sure they'll find their feet in life.
That thing you said is really important. Everybody should ask yourself why you want to have children.
Before you have the child.
Before you have the child, ask yourself, is it because of vanity? Is it because, do I have a legacy to leave these children? Because if you just want to be having children to be disturbing everybody everywhere.
Popping out kids like popcorn.
But that's not the reality on ground. The reality is you get married and you must have children.
It's not a must.
So it's not a must.
It's not a must. I know a woman in the UK. She's married. She's been married. She has no intention of having of having any children.
They are Nigerians.
No,
we're talking about Nigerians are taking that decision now.
When you marry, letting them I'll come and be asking myself why I want to have kids. You know, not myself, but I'm just thinking for a lot of people.
But we have to wrap up this topic.
Let me allow you.
One more thing.
Okay.
When you get married, and
the first thing is
you don't have
next
belly. Nothing.
You start
They are called womb watchers.
Then you have one, you pop out the first one.
When
That
is the
one is
second
still
one
a baby.
coming?
They'll be saying, when is the second one coming? And they're not the ones going to help you look after you.
We have another caller, YK, from Edo State. Good morning. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, I was watching the topic you are talking about, that if parents should leave inheritance for their children on what, and you mentioned of Dangote, said he started his own from scratch. What I'm saying now, you see, it depends on the kind of family you come from. Yes, from like me, from my own family now, I know that according to my tradition, that I am the last son of my dad, that everything my dad owns belongs to my senior brother. So my interest is not in my dad's wealth. But Dangote said that he built his own from scratch, is that their family was already rich. And because of their family was already rich, he had something to start with. He had something to start with. He had a lot of money to start with on him by himself. So he should not compare himself with other Nigerians.
Thank you. And that's where I'm going to. We're wrapping up the conversation. We have to go. Thank you so much, our caller from Edo State. So I feel that what he said is a little bit misleading if you look through his history. He came from a family that was wealthy. They left an inheritance for him. He chose not to have the inheritance. So him saying do not leave an inheritance for your children is a bit misleading, because they left for him, but he chose not to take it. He wanted to go through.
He told you that he chose.
Yeah, so that's what he told us. Now we also need to understand YK. We need to understand, like the last caller just said, his scratch is different from another person's scratch. Our beginnings are usually different. I've had people who started their life with sleeping on the mats, you know, starting 0.0000. I had people who started, there was a day I was having a conversation with a friend, and I was saying I started from scratch, and he was like, did you sleep on the mat? I said, no, my scratch is different from your scratch. But in my own head, I had my own scratch. So the idea and everything you ladies have said is quite on point. We have to structure values for our children. Values, morals are the most important things that we can leave for them. Inheritance shouldn't only be money. Our name is very important so that our children can hold on to it as well.
Don't be a corrupt politician.
Yes, you also talked about raising independent children. You raise your children to a point where they can handle anything that life throws at them. And even when you leave resources behind, they'll be able to manage it. And education, the most important thing. Every child must be educated. Education does not only mean being in the university or having all the degrees and all of that. There are different education. Just find what the child is gifted at and educate them in that. And that's how this child will survive
and don't be a corrupt politician, because it's a bad name. We don't want that for the children. We don't want that kind of money. It's your father that took all the money of Nigeria. We don't want that kind of money.
Thank you, ladies, for your contributions. That's all we can take on this segment. When we come back, we have a special guest waiting for us. Stay with us.
Imagine a country with over 320 plenty languages. Why you go the only focus on Yoruba, Hausa and Igbo, where we get a common language where they unite everybody from Oga to even Madam self and every person wey dey for street. That's why we dey introduce you 89.9 Yanga FM, the #1 urban pidgin radio station where they unite us all. From the award-winning breakfast show Waiting Day with your brother, your friend Wale Po.
Everywhere.
So Bobo.
Gen Z, it a job for this time.
This na Cruise Express.
And this go be the best 4 hours of our life. Country people, make una join us.
Aww.
Now we be What's Up Naija crew. Now we they give you wetin dey sup for inside we country.
Yes, so
keep it loud.
If God be your papa, why you not gonna make yanga?
Compound wahala.
Now here we dey settle all the matter.
Bro, you're right here. Nobody better than we, right?
Okay, now whispers be that. Make I just be the last sensible voice where you go hear.
Now we be 89.9 Yanga FM.
Good morning, Marina Station and all the passengers.
Efficient, it's comfortable.
This development will go a long way in reducing congestion and emission.
The trains are a long-term solution to Lagos traffic challenges.
This is where we take the final decisions on policies, programs of government. I will have to ensure that the narration of Lagos as a PLC is taken very, very seriously.
This is a major pedestrian bridge linking Oyingo here to Apapa Road over there.
With this overpass, we are providing what we call a permanent solution.
This place is one of the most dangerous areas at the biosecurity environment.
This can go into the news and every crumbs of your neighborhood.
Our goal is to remain as Africa's model megacity, to move our GDP from the 5-6 position to the 3rd position, and we believe is achievable with all the commitments we have.
Explore the city of Lagos, where dreams are made and possibilities are endless. I'm Adedoja Salam Adeniyi. I live in Lagos, inside Lagos.
I'm Nifemi Oguntoye, news anchor with TVC News.
My day is usually busy and it's difficult keeping up with breaking news stories, trending stories, business news, stock exchange and what have you. But with TVC News on WhatsApp, I'm able to catch up with all the breaking news, real-time updates and trending stories on the go, right on my phone, no matter where I am. It's quick, easy and always on. And here you can join us by scanning the QR code or using the link on our X and Instagram. Why wait? Come to the side of news that keeps you ahead. TVC News, first with breaking news.
This is not just a round table. This is the Black Table.
Thanks for staying with us. So today on Let's Talk segment, we will be joined by Senator Tokunbo Abiru, representing Lagos East Senatorial District and serving as chairman of the Senate Committee on Banking, Insurance and Other Financial Institutions. Senator Abiru is the distinguished lawmaker who sponsored the Nigerian Insurance Industry Reform Bill recently assented to by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He will be shedding light on the intended impact of this landmark legislation, which is set to transform Nigeria's financial sector and accelerate the nation's march towards $1 trillion economy. Beyond the bill, Senator Abiru will also use the opportunity to present his account of stewardship, highlighting his legislative achievements, constituency interventions, and ongoing contributions to national development. This promises to be an insightful and engaging conversation, so stick around. Welcome, Senator Abiru. You're welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you very much, Lucy. Yes. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome, sir. So, Senator, tell us the primary motivation behind sponsoring the Nigerian Insurance Industry Reform Bill, and why was it so important at this time?
Thank you very much. My interviewers, BC.
Damilola.
Ramotu and Yeni. Thank you very much. And again, thank you very much, viewers. Good morning. Let me start by saying that I would first like to acknowledge the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, that's His Excellency Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, for actually assenting to the bill, because it's a private member bill. And of course, again, I must also acknowledge the President of the Nigerian Senate, and of course, the leadership of Senate, and my committee members as well, because we all came together to do this. And also, I must extend the same courtesy to the members of House of Reps. starting from the Speaker and of course the leadership of the House of Reps, because again, before you can get any bill assented to, of course, you need the concurrence of the two houses. So I must extend my courtesies to them for that support. Having said that, the whole idea of the bill essentially is actually to complement the ongoing reforms of His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. As we all know, we have witnessed several reforms, both directly in the economy and of course in selected certain sectors of the economy. And if you look at, and I'll give you an example, the Bank of Agriculture in the financial services space. So when you look at the Bank of Agriculture, there is a proposal to recapitalize it, and of course again the Bank of Industry. And as such, it also stands to reason that we mustn't leave the insurance industry out of these reforms. So the whole idea is to complement that effort in one breath. And more importantly, again, because most of the laws that governs our insurance business up until the reform bill was assented to, they are all outdated. For example, some maybe like way back 20 years. That's if you look at the Insurance Act. Then if you look at the Motor Vehicle Insurance Act as well, it dates back to 1945. And I'm sure you will agree there is the need for a comprehensive review of all of these pieces of legislation. And the fact again that most of the laws governing our insurance business, be it the Insurance Act, the Motor Vehicle Insurance Act, or what is called the Nikon Act, and the other one is, again, the Marine Insurance Act. They are all more or less obsolete now. And the realities of today and also all of the contemporary issues of today has kind of outpaced them. So the need is just apparent that we needed to overhaul the entire laws governing our insurance business.
Okay, but for the ordinary Nigerian out there who thinks that, okay, this is a good idea, how does it benefit them in simple terms? How does it make life better for the ordinary Nigerians?
Yeah, thank you very much.
Like me.
Like me
too.
So part of what this has done is also to simplify all of the pieces of legislation, because they are all fragmented. So it's like to consolidate all of them under one document, under one law, governing the entire sector. And again, to bring about what I can call effectiveness and efficiency. So i.e. the law is further strengthened to make sure that claims are paid as and when due. That's one. Then two, to also strengthen the regulator, just like the way you have the banking sector is. You know, you have the operators in the banks, and of course the CBN, and of course we can see a lot of vibrancy in that sector. We also need to have such arrangement under the insurance sector. But let me also, just to drive it home again, is that this particular law has brought about some protection for insurance users. I.e., you have what we call insurance. The insured protection fund, which hitherto never existed. So it's to guard against the incidence of insolvency of any insurance company, so that the insured doesn't suffer. So that protection fund is specialized for this purpose.
I was going to, sorry, Ramach, I was just going to ask this question. You know, like, for instance, when I got my car was a gift. I insured it. I didn't do third party, I did full comprehensive. But every year, because the Naira has depreciated, every year now my insurance gets more. So when I first got it, I was paying 200,000-300,000 for comprehensive. This year they said I should pay 600,000. I shouted. I said,
that's a lot.
They say because that same car is worth this amount. I said, but that's not the amount that if I don't pay it,
it won't be insured.
If anything happens to my car, and nothing ever happens to my car, but I keep on paying the insurance company. How will this law protect me and us?
So it's also part of what the law has set out to do. So what the law has set out to do is also to ensure that the practitioners, those are the operators too, that let me just put it in very simple terms, is also to make the capital requirements, supporting them supporting the operations of their business to be risk-based, which is what you are speaking to. So there is a minimum threshold, and of course there is a risk-based arrangement as well. What that means is that, as their risk profile, becomes bigger, just like the way I would say the devaluation that we have witnessed in the country has affected almost everything we do, which speaks to why, the premium you pay is a function of the value of the car. So the value of the car will have gone up now.
Wow.
But the insurance companies today, too, their capital requirement too has also been, increased to create the kind of coverage for people like you, so that in the unlikely event of an incident, they will be able to, pay you the appropriate premium for what you have been paying as your insurance.
So will I still be paying that 600,000?
Oh yes, you have to be paying. Just to protect your car.
But that's the value of a new car.
Yeah.
She's used her car for years. Shouldn't they be, making it based on the value of if she has to sell her car now?
Well, that option is yours, but the reality is that, if you base it on the historical amount, that is historical value, which is what is, it is called in accounting. The truth is that if anything happens today, you and I know that of course that historical value cannot get
will not
car.
Get you.
So are you not better off, using today's value?
Since I've been paying I've been paying the value every year. As it's going up, I've been paying it. Shouldn't, and I have not been claiming. Shouldn't there be a time that you can regulate them? Say, come, this is a good customer. Bring our premium down.
And give us something.
It's a professional arrangement, and it is a function of what you put in, and of course, and it is. We just don't pray for any incident to happen. In the event, the unlikely event, you probably will get properly compensated.
Okay, so many people don't trust insurance because claims take forever.
Okay.
How will this law make sure people get their money faster when they need it? I know a lot of people who that kind of a thing has happened to, and for the insurance to come in, it takes a long time. So how do we?
Okay, thank you, Ramoti. So part of what the law has done as well, again, is to strengthen the position of the regulator, NICOM. Okay, and that by strengthening, it has also looked into all of the incidences of default and put appropriate penalties. Some, in terms of claims, within specified period, claims must be met. And also, I have said earlier, in the case of an insolvent insurance company that you probably had engaged in, okay, if anything happens, the insurance protection fund will compensate you. Those are part of the what I can call the circuit breakers that have been put into this law. Then if you look at the motor vehicle as well, part of what has also been embedded in the law is what is called the Road Accident Compulsory Fund. So that again, too, God forbid, for what's it called, hit and run vehicles, or people who are not even insured. If they should run anybody down, or anyone that gets any form of incident out of a road traffic arrangement will be compensated from that road accident insurance compulsory fund.
Yeah. Oh, okay. We'll be taking a short break now. When we come back, we continue the conversation. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Imagine a country with over 320 plenty languages. Why you go the only focus on Yoruba, Hausa, and Igbo? Where we get a common language where they unite everybody from Oga to even Madam self and every person wey dey for street. That's now why we dey introduce you 89.9 Yanga FM, the #1 urban pidgin radio station where they unite us all. From the award-winning breakfast show Waiting Day with your brother, your friend Wale Po.
Everywhere. So Boko.
You dey chop for this
This na Cruise Express.
And this go be the best 4 hours of our life. Country people, make una join us.
Now we be What's Up Naija crew. Now we they give you wetin dey sup for inside we country.
Yes, so
keep it locked.
If God be your papa, why you not gonna make younger?
Come to Wahala.
Now here we dey settle all the matter.
Bro, we right here. Nobody better than we, right?
Okay, now whispers be that. Make I just be the last sensible voice where you go here.
Now we be 89.9 Yanga FM.
Good morning, Marina Station and all the passengers.
Efficient, it's comfortable.
This development will go a long way in reducing congestion and emission.
The trains are a long-term solution to Lagos traffic challenges.
This is where we take the final, decisions on policies, programs of government. I will have to ensure that, the narration of Lagos as a PLC is taken very, very seriously.
This is a major pedestrian bridge linking Oyingo here to Apapa Road over there.
With this overpass, we are providing what we call a permanent solution.
This place is one of the most dangerous areas at the biosecurity environment.
This can go into the news and every crimes of your neighborhood.
Our goal is to remain as Africa's model megacity, to move our GDP from the 5-6 position to the 3rd position, and we believe is achievable with all the commitments we have.
Explore the city of Lagos, where dreams are made and possibilities are endless. I'm Adedoja Salam Adeniyi. I live in Lagos, inside Lagos.
I'm Nifemi Oguntoye, news anchor with TVC News. My day is usually busy and it's difficult keeping up with breaking news stories, trending stories, business news, stock exchange and what have you. But with TVC News on WhatsApp, I'm able to catch up with all the breaking news, real-time updates and trending stories on the go, right on my phone, no matter where I am. It's quick, easy and always on. And here you can join us by scanning the QR code or using the link on our X and Instagram. Why wait? Come to the side of news that keeps you ahead. TVC News, first with breaking news.
This is not just a round table. This is the Black Table.
This is the Black Table, where real men speak the truth about the world we live in, the games we play, the power we chase, and the women who shake it off. Unfiltered.
There's this entitlement to choice.
Unapologetic.
There's something in sociology that said even crime has an advantage in the society.
Unafraid.
In my practice,
Thanks for staying with us. We still have Senator Tokunbo Abiru and still talking about insurance. Now, Nigerians always feel that insurance is for rich people. Now, many middle-class, poor people don't even bother to get any form of insurance. How will this law make it easy for them to be involved?
Thank you. I think that part of what this legislation has done, or this law now, because once it is assented to by the president, it becomes an act of the act. Now, is that the way it's been structured, it's been done in a manner that it provides for every level of category of people in the society. So you might, some might say today that the new law has prescribed a very high capital requirement. But like I said earlier, they're all risk-based. It's based on the risk you are taking and the risk of business that you're doing. So it also has empowered the supervisory body, which is NICOM, Nigerian Insurance Commission, to also issue guidelines and also guide the operations of the sector, i.e. micro insurance institutions are encouraged.
Okay.
Takaful, that's what they call in the Islamic way, is also encouraged. So they take care of those micro small, medium enterprises as well.
Okay. So everybody at their level.
Exactly. So it depends on the level that you belong.
Okay.
So you are catered for.
Okay.
I'm really curious at this point. In your role as chairman of the Senate Committee on Banking, Insurance and Other Financial Institutions, what would you say are the key reforms or oversights that you have led that impact Nigerians every day, that impact the life of Nigerians every day? Please just give us your resume.
Okay, I think I can lay claims to insurance as one of them.
Okay,
brilliant.
Yes, that's one. Then equally, we are also in the process of finalizing the NDIC reform bill as well. I don't know whether you've been following some of the things that have been going on in the social media about NDIC's law and all of that. That is also being addressed. Then equally, there is another bill that we are also pushing, which actually will also undo part of the financing requirement of the micro, small and medium enterprises. So it's called factoring, assignments and receivables. It's also a way of making, access to credit a lot easier to also micro, small and medium enterprises. That's another bill we are working on. The other one too, which is also complementary to the reform agenda of the federal government, is the Nigerian Export-Import Bank, NEXIM. Because in all of the reforms that we have seen so far, I think that there is no way NEXIM should be left out. The law guiding NEXIM today dates back to 1991. So you can just imagine how obsolete and outdated that law is. Yeah. So as we speak, it's passed through the first reading, it's passed through the second reading. So as we resume now from recess, we probably will be going to the public hearing. And I must underscore, you see, you don't want to be an economy that wants to grow into 1 trillion and you leave your export business behind.
How do you get there?
Exactly. So if you look, for example, if you look at the capital requirements or the capital position of NEXIM today, it dates back to 1991, and it was pegged at 50 billion. So you can imagine what 50 billion can do in an economy that aspires to grow to 1 trillion. So those are part of the things we are doing to make sure we complement the efforts of Mr. President in terms of his renewed hope agenda and also bring a lot of support to Nigerian businesses.
Okay, so in the... Oh, go on. Okay, so, in everything we do, we must put all Nigerians into perspective. So I want to talk about the people in the rural areas.
Yes.
So what are the plans of the government to make sure that insurance is accessible and cheap for them?
Okay.
All plans.
Okay, so I've spoken about the micro insurance, and I've spoken about Takafo. You see, all of those are meant for the people, the small businesses. And part of where you find them are in the rural areas. You understand? So that, I believe very strongly, will take care of them. And of course, if you also look at some of the features of this law again, is also to make access, it's discussed. It's described as the redistribution model for the insurance business. That's when you look at the value chain. So you are now allowing the likes of what they call electronic payments, electronic claims, to be part of the value chain of insurance business. Okay. So by so doing, you bring in what's it called they call them fintechs. And they have a way of penetrating all of these areas and the insurtech. So by the time you bring technology in, it will also complement all of the efforts of reaching all of the nooks and crannies of the country.
Okay.
I'm wondering about the rural areas.
Okay.
Are they going to have?
So if you have been following some of the reform agenda of this current administration, part of what they are about to embark upon today is the fiber opticking of over 90,000 kilometers of the entire Nigerian landscape. So that is to bring about fast internet and also put towers, just like you have in the urban centers, to put it in also those remote areas where the telecoms will not go. By the time you put all of that there, they will complement all of these efforts that we are talking about. So whether you're an agri-peasant farmer or you're an healthcare person working in the remote areas, access to financial, so the inclusion, you can see how that will come together.
Yes, how will this law help create jobs for Nigerian and grow the Nigerian economy?
Okay, so well, that's very well. I think it derives from everything that I've said, but I'll also simplify. Number one, with the increased capital of the business, that means the size of business will grow bigger. By the efficiency that you are bringing about, you know, and all of the protection you are bringing. So let me, as an example, if you look at the protection funds that are being put in place, I talked about the Road Accident Emergency Fund. You know, the funding of that fund derives from the premiums that is being paid to the insurance company. So and from that pool, there is compensation for all of the actors that will manage the fund, i.e. whether you are talking of road safety, i.e. the police. Do you understand? To support their operations. Then if you also look, so all of this will engender growth and create jobs, certainly.
Yeah, so if you compare Nigeria to other countries, especially African countries, you'll find that Nigeria is still very low when it comes to insurance. Is there any plan to maybe sensitize the people more to understand the values of insuring their properties, their businesses, their lives, and all of that?
Thank you. So the first thing is to also build confidence. And all that I've said so far, there are measures of building confidence, right? Then, of course, advocacy. Now, on the part of the regulatory body, that's NICOM, of course, they've embarked on that. Now, if you also, I think the National Orientation Agency is also at the forefront of advocacy. Now, but more importantly, you need to give the buyers of insurance product confidence. And I think that is what this law is also
going to handle.
Exactly.
Okay. I'd like to come home to Lagos East. We are a proud Lagosian, so we must benefit. The indigenes in Lagos East, how would I would like to know what are the most visible things that your people in Lagos East can point out to as your achievements since you got to the Senate. And of course, we know that of course, times are rough for Nigerians. And in what ways have your efforts in the Senate helped to ease the burdens of families and small businesses in Lagos East?
In Lagos East. Wow. Thank you very much.
That's where he came out from.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. Damilola, right?
Yes.
Very good. So, now, so I came on board on this assignment, just about 4 years ago. That was 2020, let's say 2021, really. So, and of course, you know the responsibilities of a senator is well defined as a legislator. So, and I, in my own situation, I have approached these responsibilities from 3 major pillars. So I have the legislative pillar, which is the traditional pillar that, so in terms of that's policy influencing bills that will impact lives. And I take it as my first pillar. So I'm going to speak to each pillar. Then the second pillar is the empowerment, which again, by default, Nigerians have made it a responsibility of the definition of your role. So I'm sure, but I also added another pillar based on my experience in the financial services sector, which I call my endowment. So I'll just pick each one of them and tell you how they are impacting on lives. So if you take the legislative, I can tell you that even in the 9th Senate, I championed the Copyright Act. Again, you know what that...
Copyright Act.
Exactly. Under Buhari. So, and I know that it is also to impact on all of the celebrities that we have, the creatives and all of that.
I've heard about that Copyright Act.
That's one. Then, of course, again, when you look at my constituency, just like Damilola is insisting, so there was home. So there was a motion that addressed the issue around Ikorodu-Shagamu Road. If you are conversant with that road, Ikorodu Itoekin Epe Road. And if you can tell today, you can see a lot of improvement based on those motions. You understand? We're not.
That's Epe Road that leads you to Ijebu.
Yes. So it is not yet ruled, right? But again, but you can see. Yes, you can see.
I drove there.
Yeah, you can see a lot of at least convenience, and the journey time, which should be about 4 hours under the Ikorodu Itoekin, is under 1 hour today. And of course, the plan, and that is just standard. Stabilizing the road. But again, the full rehabilitation is still in the works. That's so speaking to
your achievements.
Okay. Now, if you talk about the empowerment. Empowerment, of course, my take on empowerment is from 4 different angles: education, health, and socio-economic activities, and road infrastructure. So, I mean, I can proudly say that in terms of education, I probably in the last 4 years will have built about 20 different primaries and secondary schools across the entire district. Yes. Now, in health, I've been able to do about 40 bed of primary health center, either at Siu in Ikorodu North or in Mascara in Agboiketu, and another 40 bed in the Lagos State University of Science and Technology and a dental center. That's in Ikorodu as well. And the fourth one, I think if the fourth one is within the district as well. That is speaking to health. Now, in the area of sports or other socioeconomic development, because of the talents that are inherent in our youth as well, I built mini stadia. In Ekwe, there's a 960 capacity stadium there. That's been done since about
60 what?
960 capacity stadium. Yeah, mini stadium. There is about in Imota, there's another 500 capacity, and Ijeda and a couple of other places. That's speaking to that. And of course, again, when you go to Ekwe again, there is the famous Uluwo fish market. If you the modernization you see there today was my handiwork. So yes, and that was done in 2023, if I'm correct. So we've done all of that.
So you are from Ekpe?
I'm from Ikorodu.
Okay.
But the senatorial district
and of course, there are different road construction that is also ongoing. And of course, because of part of what you said, because of the reality of our time, I also do a food distribution just to support the vulnerable members of society. And I do that twice in a year. And each cycle covers about 10,000 families. You can cross-check. I've done it, I mean, so I can say...
Personally, this is in your personal capacity.
As a senator. So I'll put it this way. Okay. All of the ones I said earlier, from the constituency projects.
The distribution pillar?
Yes. Yeah, that's the second pillar. Yeah. But the food distribution is from my personal resources.
Wow.
Now, if I now go to the third pillar, which actually is just my joy any day, is done under a foundation that I believe that I hold society in terms of giving back. So under that, because of my background, and I've seen how the world has transformed in terms of technology. So in partnership with my wife, we are both a sole sponsor of what is called the SAIL Innovation Lab. I don't know whether you heard about it. So essentially what that is to also help a lot of our young folks who are, I mean, in terms of making them to be better competitive, and also to have a very good angle of the way the world has transformed in terms of innovation and technology. Okay. And now, I would like, if it is convenient for you, or to come and have a look at what that center is. I mean, as a center that any young person would like to be. And what we do there is actually expose them to innovation and technology, which is the way the world has transformed.
How many children have you can go there? Because the news report yesterday has nothing to do with you, but was saying that most of the students that come out of our universities here are not tech savvy, yeah.
Which is exactly what I had seen ever since I came on board. So we've been at the forefront of this since 2022, right? Now, we're not just setting up for the sake of setting it up, just, I mean, you'll have computers, no. So purposely built.
Okay.
So that, and also very inspirational. Okay. So it's a place you would like to go. Okay. So, and it has all of the facilities you can think of.
Where is it? How about manpower?
I'll explain. I'll explain. Okay. So when you look at the ambience, it is a place the young mind will want to go in the morning. So, and you get in there, it's fully air conditioned, and of course with fast internet 24/7.
Is it free?
I'll get to it.
He's getting the extra.
I won't say that, and I like the question that you posed.
Manpower, yeah.
So in terms of, because I also realized that it's not about just setting up that structure, it's also by complementing it properly. So we also have a dedicated faculty that teaches full time, and they have the ownership. And that company is called Co-Creation Hub, which is a renowned social capital and entrepreneurial company that uses technology to drive economic growth. So that is their specialty. They are not only local to Nigeria, they are represented in Kigali, in England, and South Africa, just to let you know the quality of faculty. Okay. So they take charge of that environment. So today, I can proudly tell you that we probably will have touched young lives close to about 1,900. And even teachers, maybe about 6,000. And the way we do it is that, look, there are, prescribed courses that you go through, and typically when you come into that facility, you spend average of 6 months, and it is free. You don't have to pay.
Wow. That's what I want to...
Yeah, that is free, because, and I don't know why you deliberately ask that question, because I can also tell you that there are other centers in urban Lagos that provide similar service. But if you go there, per 6 months, you pay, but per participant is about 5 million naira. Yeah. Wow. Just for you to know the quality.
Tech is expensive.
So can I, for the sake of our viewers,
yes,
any young person now who is watching us now and they want to go there, they can't just walk in.
So of course, because number one, this is quality.
Because we like free things.
I know, but there's a price for even what is free.
Yeah. Okay.
So it can be compliance. Do you understand what I'm saying? So what we do is that we don't influence anybody coming there. So what we typically do, and it's not done by me, it's done by the faculty. Okay. So there is a requirement that they put on the web. So if you go to the SAIL website, anytime they need to bring in new set of people, they advertise. And typically, you find about 7,000-8,000 people applying. Yes. Wow. So then just to tell you that it's breaking, it's getting some traction. So now from there, you now begin to do the assessment. So you have to do assessment. Because you see, it's about being serious-minded. Exactly. Because you cannot come in and waste the time of people who are interested in doing it.
Sorry, I just have to ask this. How are you going to, since it's free, how are you going to maintain the quality?
So for now, like I started by saying that it's funded directly from my wallet and that of my wife. And is what we have chosen to give back.
That's your passion project.
Exactly. No, passion for the future, because the future is here already. You understand? But however, we also recognize the need for sustainability. So you have to run it very effectively and very proficiently before people, and I can tell, and I will hold up, that we are beginning to see those who are seeing value in what we are doing and they are supporting. So for example, MTN partnered with us last year to train about 4,000 teachers across the country. So this year alone, they have also offered to do another 5,000. So it tells you that what we're doing makes sense. And for me, I personally haven't even stopped there. So I have extended that kind of resource to my own secondary school, because I went to a public secondary school. So if you go to Government College Surulere today, you will see a mini version, and you will also see the young people that we're trying to impact on.
Of that tech hub.
Yeah, that tech hub. So you find it, that it's called the GCL STEM lab. So science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So because again, it is better you introduce all of these to people before they get into the university level. So that is what we have done there. And again, there's also another opportunity to, some people will have asked me, is it because you are from Ikorodu that you have situated it in Ikorodu? Well, you have to start somewhere. But I'm also happy to say that we are already almost completing another version in Ibejuleki that can also accommodate. The first phase will do about 150 participants. But by the time we do the second phase, we'll be taking on 500 people.
Wow.
Yes,
that's huge.
Because we think that is the real value that we need to give to the upcoming generation.
It's the value of inheritance.
We talked about
that.
So
this is very big. Like, so from here now, in the coming months, what should your constituents, what should they expect more? You've done this, yes, we
applaud you.
We applaud you very
but the thing is, whatever I'm doing is an ongoing thing. So I've just told you by the end of, hopefully before the end of this year, we probably will be onboarding the Ibejuleki facility. I don't know whether you have the picture there. You probably
we've seen some.
So by the time it's part of the value you are giving to them. In terms of empowerment, there's a program. I didn't even mention it. Part of what we have done to impact in terms of the issue about how we are today or the mood of the country is not today. Even during COVID, it was stressful for Nigerians. Part of what we did there was to kind of give some kind of cash support to some vulnerable members on a consistent basis for about 2 years. Wow. You understand? Now, but we have now equally, I also had a program whereby, you know, we provide loan facilities at, you know, minimum of 6% per annum interest rate through Lagos State Employment Trust Fund. They manage the fund for us. So I created a fund of 300 million naira to be accessed by a lot of my constituents. That has worked very well.
Only your constituents. Are you sure I'm not going to move to that area? Because I need a loan right now. I need a loan, Senator.
We can increase. I just wanted to say, you know, we have a very bad impression, especially on this table of senators. And they are always, some of them, not all of us, but some of them are always yagging senators.
But I hope I'm convincing some of them.
They want to burn our CV.
So now you are making us feel okay, maybe some senators are
working. Yes.
Yeah, you are making us.
You can verify everything I've said.
Okay,
you can verify.
Go and check the records.
I don't even know whether I have some of my. I issue periodic bulletins and all of that. I'll be happy to share it with you.
How long have you been a senator?
I got elected 2020 December, so started in 2021 January.
Oh, just 5 years.
Yeah, just 4 years now. Yes.
Yeah. So tell us, are there any new policies that you are looking to work on when you get back? You've been on recess for how long now? When are you guys resuming?
Okay, couple of yes. Okay. I think the first two things that we're going to work on. I mentioned Nigerian Export-Import Bank, right? And we need to quickly tidy that up so as to make that business segment of federal government more efficient, so that it can impact on Nigerians. Equally, actually, so I also sponsor the need to investigate the Ponzi scheme. We all know all the influence of civil. So the investigative area will also be coming on board as we, because again we need to protect. We need to protect our vulnerable members of society. So those are part of what.
That Ponzi scheme is so important because so many people have been destroyed.
I know.
So take us through. You've told us everything you're doing. We are proud of you. We are mesmerized. We're happy with you. And this is a senator that is working, and you have your evidence full, right? So tell us, what does it entail in the Senate to pass policies? Sometimes we hear some policies and we discuss them on the table that doesn't really make sense to the ordinary person. I was saying, how did they sit down and think about this? So please, how do you people come up with your policies? How do you pass these policies? How do you check the people you are passing the policies about? Wait, if these policies would actually benefit them or be a disadvantage to them, what's the process like? Take us through, please.
Well, let me say that any policy that you see, or law, bill, or motion, I want to say categorically, they are always properly thought through.
Okay.
And I will use
all of them.
I will say they are all properly thought through.
Okay.
Right? And I'll use my committee as an example.
Okay.
So for me, even for all of the things that I've said, trust me, it's not my singular work. But again, of course, you have a committee. So I chair the committee on banking, insurance, and other financial institutions. We're about 41 there. So you can imagine, even before
41 brains.
Yeah, exactly. So before I even present anything for the first reading, I probably will have carried my
consulted them.
Exactly.
Is there a woman in that committee?
Of course.
There are women.
All of the women that are in the Senate, they're in that committee.
There are only 3 women.
They are in the committee.
In fact, there are only 2 because they
are all in the committee. And you see, to tell you the thoroughness, any bill will go through a first reading, will come for a lead debate, and go for public hearing. At the public hearing stage, you invite outsiders.
We don't hear.
We don't hear.
They say you don't put your ears down.
You choose what you want to hear. No.
You
choose what you want to hear.
Do you just announce in the papers?
What I'm going to do, when we are doing the public hearing on Ponzi scheme, the investigative hearing, I would make sure that a formal letter is sent.
Yes, the ladies of your view.
Yes, somebody said here that that's Ridwan. Yes, he said that Ibeju Lekki project is massive. That's what he's saying. So we've had a lot of times that a lot of people will come and say a lot of things. We talk plenty, and for us to believe, we hardly believe.
We hardly see evidence.
We hardly see evidence.
So this one has evidence.
Yeah. So what I'm just going to ask is this: that what are the other do you guys do checks and balances on other senators when they don't do their own? Because you are delivering your own, points and everything. But what about the other senators? Is there any checks and balances that's happening? Yes, in the house there.
Of course. Well, number one, let me make bold to say that all senators are equal. Yes, we're all equal, including the president of the Senate and the presiding officers.
Can I read some messages to you?
Yes.
Moses Oluwa Kemi says, thank you, Senator Tokunbo Abiru, for the good work. God bless you, sir. Grace Naji says, thank you for not diverting public funds, but using it for the whole nation.
That's amazing. Please, let's clap.
Let's clap. These two messages to you.
Let's clap. Let's clap.
So you were answering
that question, the checks and balances.
So we tend to lean on one another, you understand, and that's the beauty of the committee work. So you probably don't bring anything to the surface without also discussing with your colleagues.
Okay.
Yeah, but nobody is perfect. There can be some cases of some slips once in a while. Yeah, it's human.
Do you also advise your colleagues?
Yeah, so we all, of course. Yeah. So in the process, the collegiate system allows for yes, and of course for comparison and all of that. Some of my colleagues too have been to this innovation lab and with very commendable comments and also encouraging others to come and all of that. So that's the whole idea of the collegiate
system.
Senator,
another question before we go. We're wrapping up. How intense or how hectic is your job of sitting down to come up with these policies? Because majority of the people are of the opinion that you guys should work, have your professional jobs and then come in, sit as a form of volunteer to the nation so we can cut costs. But tell us, how hectic do you think it is, and does it make sense that you guys can go back to your work and then come in from time to time to make policies? Just help us out.
So you can, if you also just take a very simple example as to what I've told you I've been able to do, you can also realize that it will require a lot of thinking, planning, shuttling, because most of the things I do in my district, they are here in Lagos while I sit in Abuja. So you can imagine. So it's quite, for me, engaging, and also requires a lot of, personal commitment to the cause that you have chosen to do. That's the way I like to describe.
So it's intense. You would not, if you were doing, maybe if you were working in the bank, for instance, and having to volunteer as a senator, you will not have time to do this Senate's work very well.
Banking too is very intense. I took banking to my banking career was to the top, so it was quite intense. So, and I also think my background again also is part of what has kind of adapted me to this kind of situation. So I can cope.
You can cope, right?
Yes.
You're so truthful. That's the senator after our own heart. Yes. Thank you so much.
I'm trying to Google it now.
There's no time.
There was one senator that sponsored one bill one time. We were all up in arms. Like, what are you talking about? Exactly. And I wish I could remember that bill.
Thank God you don't remember today. But thank you so much for joining us, Senator Tokunbo Abiru, representing Lagos East Senatorial District and serving as chairman of the Senate Committee on Banking, Insurance and Other Financial Institutions.
Thank you very much.
We had a lovely time.
Yes,
we wish you all the best in your endeavors. We're happy
that
you are a man after our hearts. Not just taking the resources, but using it to better the lives of people in your constituents. And I wish I was in your constituent too, so that I can partake.
For his children.
Legacy. This is legacy, and this is what we want to see many of our leaders do. Where it's not just about me. It's about how do we empower the people around us? Thank you so much, ladies, for your contributions. Thank you, YK. In the building. Sunshine. Yes, please, those today. There's no time. So much, that's all you take on the show today. Thank you, YK. We have to go.
Thank you very much.
That's all we can take on the show today.
Thank you very much.
We'll see you again tomorrow.
But I'm also extending my